So actually, it's a question for everybody. And it's like a two-part question. Why do you think that it is? So even though this month, the celebration of this month started in 2006, and now here 14 years later, 2020. Why do you think that the notoriety and popularity of this as Caribbean Heritage Month has not really caught on to the mainstream Caribbean person? And with that said, what do we need to do? Since we all acknowledge that this is important, what do we need to do in order to get it to that level? So,
I have one question before you go to that. Is that a holiday that people celebrate in the Caribbean?
No. It is specifically like Caribbean American heritage. Yeah. And so it's something that's only relevant to Caribbeans in the United States. Right. So it's basically in 2006 they say, Caribbean people have been there from the beginning. They built this country in many different ways. They do all sorts of different things. Yes, we have Black History Month. Not every person in the Caribbean is Black. We need to acknowledge specifically Caribbean culture, and so it's out of that it started, and that's what this is about. So we can talk about why it is that it has not caught on yet. Probably the more relevant question, because it's more of an action item. What do we need to do in all of our different walks in life in order to get it well known? You watch CNN, MSNBC, and what have you. When it's Hispanic Heritage Month or Asian Heritage Month, it's all over the place. Because I'm sure it didn't just start like that from day one. They had to do things. So how do we get it to be? First of all, we have to I bet if you ask 9 out of 10 Caribbean people, they have no idea that this celebration even exists. So, what do we need to do in order to get this information known and get people to celebrate the contribution of Caribbean Americans in the United States? Action items. What do we do?
America is about the green. America is about the dollar bill. When you think about Hispanic Heritage Month or Hispanic holidays from Cinco de Mayo, those are all holidays that have been monetized. Be it a day, be it a week. You look at Valentine's, it's monetized. You look at every holiday that they put like a lot of emphasis behind is monetized. We have to figure out a way to monetize Caribbean Heritage Month. This is a capitalistic society that we're in. They don't
monetize it anything. For food. Monetize it for us or to make everybody eat the food off?
Everybody. If it's just us, they're not going to be that interested. If they're able to, make money off of it, and not just a money, but make significant amount of money off of it, then it will be something that they'll be behind. Think about who makes off Thanksgiving. Think about who makes off, Easter. Christians ain't making off Easter. It's all the Easter bunnies and everybody manufacturing the eggs and all them things. Those are the people who are making money. Hallmark with the cards. You think about Christmas. It has nothing to do with Christ. It's all about, the gifts, the cards, money. So we have to figure out a way to where it can be monetized. And once you monetize it, it's something that will be taken up. You have to pick maybe like one day each week out of the month and be like, that's a major day. Whether it's a major drinking day, whether it's a major festival day, whether it's a major, travel day, where everybody have to link up on that day. Caribbean people have to link up somewhere, somehow. So something from the airline industry have to make a money off of it for traveling, logistically, from, cards, from booze, liquor companies, food. And then you look at television, they want their money. They want either the advertising revenue, or they want to know that you have some form of, movies or whatever it is that they can sell to the masses that they're making money off. There's no money being made. It's just going to be one of those backroom holidays that get celebrated among the Caribbean people.
Okay. So you're money.
Yeah, so I think we basically, as promoters ourselves, we need to pull our resources together. We have all these parties every week and at different times of the year. Why not pull our resources together and make sure those events happen in June? That would bring major attention to what's going on. So, short and sweet, that's my answer.
Yeah.
I agree with Blade completely. Yes, the Hispanics have Cinco de Mayo, and you think of the food and the margaritas. So who doesn't like good tacos and margaritas, right? And so it is a big money. it is a big money making situation for the Hispanics, but the Chinese people who also have their own community, who have big money in the capitalism, as you say. But I don't recall celebrating anything Asian, so that kind of doesn't back up or support your argument.
But the way the Chinese structure themselves, they don't structure themselves that way. They structure themselves to benefit from what we're doing, because they are the ones that are, in a lot of cases, running the restaurants. They are the ones in a lot of cases that are selling these supplies to everybody else who are doing the footwork. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they're benefiting that way. The only holiday I know them celebrate here, at least in Houston, in our area, is Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year.
That's when they block off the street and do their stuff. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, every holiday, they are positioned as merchants, where you go celebrate and pay us to celebrate.
Well, I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying, but to say what do we need to do, and I've spoken to Patrick before. I told him that maybe he should consider moving the Caribbean Festival to June, since Caribbean Heritage Month is in June, and let the festival with the carnival and everything be in that month. That was my suggestion. I think that would be a good look. That if that's our month, let it be our month.
And I don't even want to see Patrick do that, because when you have a event centered around a holiday, it's hard to move, especially when he's been doing that for years at 4th of July. What I would like for us to do, since there's no Jaga and none of these other things going on and Galveston is wide open, is team up and approach the city of Galveston, for example, and come up with something that we all collectively are behind and present it to them for Caribbean Heritage Month and do it that way. That would make more sense. If you look at the only two things that they have in June here, you have the reggae festival that they do. You know what I'm saying? And actually now they have two reggae festivals. I forgot that they split.
Well, another thing too, it's a lack of knowledge. Nobody knows. Just like for years, nobody knew about Juneteenth. It's only now that Juneteenth is getting some kind of notoriety because of what's going on, in the world, and people are screaming Juneteenth, but for the longest, people didn't know or celebrate Juneteenth either. So it's just a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, so I agree with, most of the points made. The two that I want to circle in, what Des said, I think is really, really important, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to dedicate this entire show. A bug I think is going on around the world, with police shootings and a lot of serious topics that we could talk about. I didn't even mention you, Desiree or Lioness, but I think for the most part, people don't know. Which Caribbean person don't like celebrating. We celebrate every single thing.
Everything.
I think it is a lack of knowledge. Therefore, us who are visible in the community, us, from, media standpoint, social media, entertainment, promotions, it is up to us to get the word out. So, and so once the word is out, also piggybacking on what Dwayne said, use our resources to put together, it could be a whole month of celebration, entire month of June, and then, Patrick, we kind of build right into Carrot Fest, or what I'm not sure what it's called nowadays. But yeah, so it could dedicated to the music, have shows or like cultural events where you bring kids and all sorts of different things. So we can knock heads around that. It's a lot of us here in the community who have done this for our own events. I think there are ways in which we can come together to do a series of events and invite everybody to come watch throughout the whole city. So it's something that's catered not just for us as Caribbean people, but because people love our food, they love our vibes, they love how we are, and that's something that we need to do. So, start where you're at.
Also, that's all they know. When they hear of Caribbean, all they know is good food, good music, winding up on the place, carnival. It needs to be more than just that. We are more than just that. We're bigger than that. What I would like to see, and I've shot this around, is lessons in like Pan, lessons in Moko Jambi, lessons in just things that even if it's a short lesson on how to speak patois or the slang or something like that. No, not Jamaican patois, St. Lucian patois.
No, that's not even English.
It should definitely be a teaching moment. Let's not make it only about a party or a festival or food, or let's make it a teachable moment.
And as I put on my promoter hat now, that is exactly the vision of our Taste of the Caribbean Festival. Labor Day Sunday every year. The vision behind it has always been to celebrate the overall culture of the Caribbean. That's the English, Spanish, French Caribbean. The music, the food, the culture, the arts, all of that. Celebrate all aspects of it. So that's the vision behind that. That's in September timeframe. But I agree with you, is that yes, people know the food and the music and the wind up and all that. I'm not saying that that's not important, because that's probably how we all got here. But but yes, it's we are a diverse people. We do all sorts of different things, and to just celebrate the contributions of Caribbean people to this country in different ways.